Hello. My name is Ramon Antonio, but usually people call me just Tony, or in this case, it's Mr. Tony. Um, I am 31 years old, and I am from Mexico. I'm from Mexico. My profession, of course, besides being a teacher, I'm also an architect. Um, yeah. Well, I believe it's the future. I think online schooling it's the future. I see more and more parents deciding to a lot of times homeschool their children, and they prefer that to have them close instead of, as you mentioned, having to get them ready for school and commute all the way to school. And there's the security aspect as well, right? They don't know what their students are, sorry, their children are doing, and they would rather have them safe at home where they can even see how they're doing in a more personal way instead of having far away and having to see them just half of the day. So yeah, I believe more and more parents are deciding to enroll their children in online schooling. I believe it's the future. Actually, I think it's way easier for the parents. It's way easier for the students. I think they have more time that they can where they can enjoy, like their hobbies or things they like to do. They can manage their time way better. They can decide exactly what to do. They have their parents close, so that's always nice. So yeah, I
Definitely.
believe I believe it's the future. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't consider it to be extra when you enjoy it. You really think about it like doing something extra, because I remember when I was a student and when I was very young, I remember the impact that my teachers had on me. And I still remember today. A lot of times when we grow and we become adults, we forget that, right? We forget our inner child and what we felt in school. And every time we learn something new, when a teacher had a big impact on us and inspired us. And I still remember that very, very well. So when I became a teacher, I decided that I would like to be like one of those teachers that had a huge impact in my life in a positive way. So I tried to be not only a teacher for my students, but also a friend. Right? I like them to think of me as not just this adult that is teaching me a subject. Not only like that, but also a guide, a friend, someone they can trust and they can have fun with in class. I also put a lot of energy and effort in and make my class fun for my students, so they can enjoy it better. They can actually pay more attention. I notice that they enroll because they don't feel too much it's a class, right? A lot of times class can be a little bit boring and students really don't want to be there and they're forced to be there. And you can notice that, and as a teacher, that's the worst things you can you can feel. So I try to be a friend, a guide. Also respect is very important. I respect all my students, no matter how old they are. If they're like little young children, to teenagers, and I'm really there for their parents as well. I listen to what their concerns are. Every student is different, so you have to pay attention to that also as well. Like, what can I do for this student to be more engaged in class? Oh, this student likes more to play or to talk more. So I look for their hobbies. Hey, what's your hobbies? You like video games? You like Transformers? And they tell me, yeah, oh yeah, actually I love Optimus Prime. And then I focus my class on that. Okay, so let's put Optimus Prime in our math class, and they actually love it. They are more engaged. So yeah, I remember that feeling, and I try to transmit that to my students now as a teacher. So I think it's very important not only be a tutor, but also a friend for students and for parents as well. I think that's the secret recipe. Well, I think it's great. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Every time I'm going to start teaching a subject, I always take a look at it first. I want to see what's included in it. I also study it very well, so I can, of course, transmit that knowledge to the students in a rightful manner. And I'm surprised at how complete it is. Every time I'm looking at it and studying it, and creating the questions I'm gonna ask my students, or what we're gonna do in this particular lesson. I'm surprised that I'm even learning myself sometimes. So that's how good it is, how complete it is. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, I'm actually a musician. Yes, I love music. I play the piano, I play the guitar, I play the transversal flute, and yeah, currently I'm also in a band right now, playing some music in my free time. Well, it's been great. I've been teaching since 2014. It's been almost 9 years ago. I started teaching because I needed to pay my tuition in the university, so I took it as a part-time job. And that's where I gathered a lot of experience. I taught students, usually teenagers to adults. And then when I learned about international schooling, first off, I was surprised how kind the staff is. It's amazing. It's wonderful. So the staff it's great. It's been very attentive, very kind to me. I appreciate that immensely. And then I got to know the students from all around the world. That's what's kind of fresh for me, and it was amazing. Not only was I their teacher, but they asked me, "Hey, where are you from?" And I said, "Hey, I'm from this country." "Oh, that's great. I'm from this country." And then I got to learn about the culture, languages. I can see how vast it is, and it has impacted in my life in an amazing way. I always tell my students, I also teach here at university, and I tell my students how big the world is, and sometimes we don't notice. So international schooling kind of feels like it opens frontiers for you, and it shows you how big the world is. It has been great. It's impacted me in a great, really manner. Absolutely, I 100% recommend international schooling. It actually has changed my life in an amazing way. If I had this opportunity when I was young, I would definitely enroll in online school, especially like international schooling, 100%. When I first started studying the curriculum that international schooling had, I was amazed at how complete it is. You don't see this often. I take a look at the subjects, not only for elementary students, but also for middle and high school students. And it's amazing. It's pretty complete, very advanced, super interesting. The platform is easy to follow. I have no issues with that. I think students don't either. It's engaging. Yeah, so students not only feel that they're learning, but they can challenge themselves, because a lot of these topics are not only engaging but also advanced, and I think they can learn a lot more that way. Absolutely. As a teacher, I trust in international schooling.